Hello guys, welcome to government civil engineering exam. Yes, I was telling about the government that is Isro exam answer keys. In the first part I have completed 40 questions and remaining 40 questions I will be covering in this session. Okay. See, 41 question they have asked is the age of the tree may be ascertained by the age of the tree can be determined by the number of annual rings. If the number of annual rings is more, then the age of the tree will be also be more. Okay, a pug mill is used. A pug mill is used for the answer is C. That is the tampering of the um, brick earth, the soil which is taken now. That they will tampering. The tampering will be doing that is called as a pug mill. In the pug mill they will be doing the tampering of the earthen brick. Okay, the foundation in a cantilever is provided to join the two footing. These are question the same. You always prefer you solve as much as MCQs. Any government exams, don't go for too much knowledge. Too much knowledge is not necessary. You just keep on solving MCQs. One day you will get the idea. That same question will be appearing. This answer will be correct answer for this one will be strap footing. Okay, the foundation in which the cantilever beam is provided with the two footing. The footing is there, it is joined by one beam, it is called as strap footing. Okay, a a covering of a concrete placed on the exposed top of the external wall is known as the top of the covering is known as the coping. Okay, a covering of a concrete placed on a exposed on the top of the external wall is called coping. Yes, do you know that compound wall? On a compound wall, they will do some design, brick-like structure. A brick-like structures will be placed on the compound wall. That is nothing but the coping. Okay, the vertical members fixed between the steps and the handrail case is known as the baluster. Yes, the vertical portion will be present na, in the stairs, that is called as a baluster. The whole circle bearing of a line is 145 degree. The radius bearing, yes, you can do it. The whole circle bearing is there. This will be 145 degree means the radius bearing will be of course south to east, that is south to south is the first step and the answer will be 45. Therefore answer is 35. 180 minus 145, it will be 35. Therefore the answer is D. The representation of the fraction of 1 by 1800 means it is nothing but 1 centimeter on the numerator side, denominator will be 1800. That is 1 centimeter equals to 1800 centimeter means it will become in terms of meter it will become see, that is 1 centimeter is equals to 18 meter. In terms of a meter you should know. The true bearing of a place is a line in which the earth's surface is intersected by a plane through, that is answer is north and the south magnetic pole. The true meridian of a place is a line. It is a line in which the earth's surface is intersected by a plane through the north and the south magnetic poles. The removal of the parallax in the theodolite can be achieved by focusing the objective and the eyepiece. The removal of the parallax in the theodolite can be achieved by focusing the objectives and the eyepiece. The proportion of the second moment of inertia about the centroid axis to the center of the area about the base will be 0.25. Okay, the if G1 and G2 are the gravitational acceleration of the two mountains A and B respectively, the weight of the body transported from A and B will be multiplied by, the answer for this one is the factor, that is G2 divided by G1. The two forces 9 kilonewton and 12 kilonewton are acting at right angles to each other. Then the resultant will be, that is R is equals to under root of P square plus Q square is equals to 2PQ. Okay, if you solve it will get 15 Newton. The distance between the center of the adjacent rivet in the same row, if it is in the same row it is called an edge. The center between, if they ask one more question they can be framed, that is in another so if the center to center distance between the two rivet holes is called the vertical center to center distance is called as the pitch. Okay, the adjacent adjacent in the same row, it is the answer for this one is gauge. Actually it will be gauge. I will once again check and I will tell, but I am sure it will be gauge. They have asked the distance between the center to center of the adjacent event in the same row. If it is the same row, it is a gauge. If it is the same vertical column, it is called as the pitch. Okay, along the principal plane, the subjective to the maximum principal stresses, there is a no shear stress active. The bending moment is maximum on a section of the beam where the shear force is changes its sign. Yes, the bending moment is maximum when the shear force in, if you see the shear force diagram, the sign will change. The unit of kinematic viscosity is meter square per second. The floating body attains a stable equilibrium if its meta center is at above the centroid. Yes, above the centroid. The equation of the continuity of a flow is based on the principle of law of conservation of mass. Is answer. The Weber's number is the ratio of the inertial force to the surface tension. Yes, the water contains two H2O, that is this also numerical we can do afterwards. The consistency of a index of a soil is defined as the ratio of the liquid limit minus the natural water content to the plastic index of the soil. Okay, the angle of internal friction is least for the clay. Yes, internal friction will be least for the clay. And the compression resulting from the long-term static load consistently escape of the pore water is known as a consolidation. The partially saturated soil is classified as, it is a partially saturated means it will be three, that is water, air and soil. Okay, wicket apparatus the wicket apparatus is used for testing the cement for its consistency. The wicket apparatus is actually used for the testing of the consistency. Yes, it is also. And 69, that is the workability of a concrete mix with a low workability ratio is used for the compaction factor test. Okay, and the cube test, it is the hardened concrete we used to test. In a singly reinforced beam, the depth of the beam is measured from the compression edge to the center of the tensile reinforcement. The maximum shear stress in the rectangular beam is, it will be always 3 by 2, that is equals to 1.5 times the average. The yes, maximum shear stress tau max is equals to 3 by 2 times of tau average. The cantilever beam of, okay, it is numerical. The difference in level between the top of the bank and the supply level in the canal is called as the freeboard. And the river training work is generally required when the river is meandering. Meandering means it is nothing but the T. The river, if it is flowing along the curve, if taking a turn, that is called meandering. Yes, the training means it will allow make to train the water to flow along that turn. It is called meandering. In a water macadam road, the binding material is used as sand, cement, bitumen, crushed aggregate, dust. The answer will be crushed aggregate dust. Actually, in other material, concrete materials, they are used as cement. Cement is used as a binding material. Be careful. The answer for this one here, the binding material used in the water macadam doors, that is WBMR, that is crushed aggregate dust. Okay, and a gradient along which the vehicle does not require any tractive effort to maintain the specific speed is known as, it is a floating gradient. Yes, floating gradient, if it is a mountain, when it goes from the upper side to downward side, some amount of energy will be gained, due to which it is called as a floating gradient. The complete solution of the linear differential equation, the answer for this one is first one, linear differential equation. Okay, mathematics. Okay, thanks for watching. Yeah, to get the latest civil engineering notifications, job notification, exam, civil engineering concepts, etc., you can subscribe our channel. Okay, thanks for watching.